how exactly does redevelopment work? Because a lot of people have this thesis that we will hold on to our apartment because it will get into redevelopment and that will help us make a lot of money. So we first want to understand how does redevelopment work, and then try and address this notion whether all properties can be redeveloped or not. If not, then what is the problem? Because as a citizen of this city, the one question that I'm deeply curious about is that if this city is not very well planned, if the quality of life is going down with the number of people increasing in the city, it demands for redevelopment. So why aren't we redeveloping fast enough? So for that, I first want to set the premise about what exactly is redevelopment, and then navigate through these notions and challenges that we have in the city.
Say, for example, there is a building which has 10 individuals who are staying over there, 10 families are staying, 10 apartments are there. It is a 25 to 40-year-old building and it needs heavy repairs. A society approaches a developer and says that please come in, break this building down, make a new building, and we will come back and stay over here. The developer says yes. He goes through the financial dynamics, the feasibility of the project, says that he can make money. He says, okay, I will take up your project. He breaks the old building down. He takes the existing society members, pays for their rent, and he relocates them for the time of the duration of constructing the new building on that old society plot. Once the building is done, the old society members come back and they get a brand new building. Old society members get some additional space from what they have existing. The developer gets additional apartments to sell so that he can recover his principal as well as make profits. This is the basic and simple dynamics of redevelopment, where there is a win for the developer, he makes money, and a win for the society where they get an absolutely completely new, modern, up to standards apartment building.
Got it. So if a person's house goes into redevelopment, how much return can this person expect?
It depends on the location. It depends on the additional space that they are going to get from the developer. It depends on multiple other factors. What amenities the building is going to give, what are the better facilities that the building is going to be, how modern the building is. If you go to see from money to money aspect, let's take a 1-bedroom apartment, 400 square feet, which is 50,000 rupees per square feet, which comes to 2 crore value. This is the existing rate of a building which is 40 years old. Now, say if you get 50% additional space, just hypothetically for calculation ease, you go from 400 square feet to 600 square feet. If you keep the same rate, which is for a 40-year-old building, at 50,000 rupees per square feet, you are going 200 square feet additional space. So you are at least 1 crore in positive, which is 50% from the current value. From 2 crores, you go to 3 crores. That is almost 50% value addition. So you have that much benefit. Now, because the building is new, the developer is not going to be selling at a price of a 40-year-old building. The developer will be selling it at an existing current valuation of the property. So say if the price is 50,000 and currently in that location, because of the new building, new amenities, new costs, new expenses, the price is at 75,000 rupees. You can now calculate your 400 square feet apartment valued at 2 crores for a 40-year-old building to 600 square feet at 75,000 rupees per square feet. This is the simplest and the easiest way for you to calculate the amount of money that you are going to get from the construction time.
Got it. So it could be, so the property value could go up from 2 crores to anywhere between 4.5 to 5 crores.
Correct.
Got it. So a lot of people have this notion and they hold on to their apartments thinking that our building will go into redevelopment. Is it that feasible? Like, is it that simple that if an apartment is old enough, it will get into redevelopment?
Not every property, every building is feasible. What is feasibility? Feasibility is done by the developer. How much money can that developer make out of that project? Back in the day, a developer, if they were even making 20% net profit, they would take up the project. Nowadays, with the expenses being so high, it is very difficult to make any money if there is any variations in the law or if there is any stoppage of work. their 20% is wiped off immediately. Coming to the individual, the building owner's aspect, if your project, I would say almost 50% of the buildings which are there in Mumbai are not feasible because of the current laws and the government regulations which are there.
Okay.
Holding on to a property which is not feasible is foolish. The society themselves can do a feasibility report by hiring a third party and understanding what should be the expectations and what they should be getting. Once you have that basic idea, you can go in the market and you can pitch that feasibility report to different developers. If your building is not feasible, then right there and then you all know that this is not going to work out.
Hi guys, if you loved watching this clip and if you want to do a deep dive into the podcast, we've mentioned the link in the description. So click that link, watch that podcast and take notes. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more clips.